Here's a question. You're a millennial, you've got a job, maybe 2 incomes, maybe a kid or 2, and you want to buy a house in Los Angeles. A real house. 3 bedrooms, a yard, somewhere where your kids can actually grow up. How hard could it be? Well, according to new data from Redfin, young families with kids only own 10.5% of majority of the homes in Los Angeles. That's the lowest number in any major city in the United States. Not San Francisco, not New York, LA, dead last. Hi, my name is Nelly and I'm a local Los Angeles real estate agent. And trust me, as someone who works in the market every single day, I can tell you that the answers here is a lot more complicated and honestly infuriating. So let's get into it. Let's start with the obvious. Los Angeles is expensive to live in. You already knew that, but let's actually look at the numbers because they're pretty wild. As of early 2026, homes median sales price in Los Angeles is about $975,000. That's almost $1 million for a home, for a medium-sized home. And if you want a 3-bedroom, something big enough for a large family, you're looking well over $1 million. Now here's where things get really painful. The median home price in LA is 12.5 times the median annual household income. So let's think about it. To buy an average home, you'll need to save your entire salary for 12.5 years. That's before you can eat, pay rent, or do anything else. Now for comparison, New York, we're looking at about 9.8 times the amount of the median annual household income. And in Chicago, it's closer to 4 times. Now, if you want to rent a 3-bedroom home in LA, that can run you up to $4,300 per month. And that's not a mortgage, that's just rent, just to have enough space for a family. We can also see typical condos in LA running up to $975,000 just for a condo, not for a single family residence. And a mortgage for that can run you up to $6,000 per month, not including HOA fees or any other fees associated with condos. So buying might not save you money. You're paying a premium for a mortgage is really a privilege at this point. The math is broken and millennials need to know. Okay, now here's the thing. High prices alone don't fully explain why young families can't afford a home. Because of that, we need to know what happened back in 1978. It's called Proposition 13. Now, if you don't live in California, you might have not heard about this proposition. So let's talk about it. In 1978, California passed Proposition 13, a landmark that caps taxes for a property up to 1% of what you paid for that home, with increases limited to 2%, no matter what the home is actually worth today. So if your grandparents bought a house in Pasadena back in 1980 for $120,000, they're still paying property tax for that amount. Now, in Pasadena, you'll find homes starting at $2 million. Sounds really nice for them, right? But here's what no one talks about. It's one of the biggest reasons families can't buy homes today. Because let's think about it from a boomer's perspective. You bought a house decades ago. You've paid nearly all of it off by now. Your property taxes are shockingly low compared to what the home is actually worth today. And if you sell and buy for something smaller, your taxes reset to the current market value, which could be 10 times of what you're paying now. The California Associations of Realtors put it bluntly. Homeowners are holding on to their properties not because they love the home, because they're holding on to the property taxes that they're paying today. And the data backs this point up. Since Proposition 13 passed, the share of California properties that are being sold today has dropped 16% since 1977. That's not a market, that's a lockdown. Proposition 13 was designed to help seniors and the working middle-class homeowners from being taxed out of their homes. But the side effect, 45 years later, is a housing market that's completely frozen. Now you might be thinking, well, can LA just build more homes? In theory, yes, but it's more complicated than that. When a city allows new housing, it also creates a demand for schools, shopping centers, government offices, libraries, and city services. And all of that costs more money. Now, nationally, the housing gap has surpassed 4 million homes. The shortage is everywhere, but in cities like LA, the impact is more severe. So let's move away from policies and talk about what this really means for young families today. It means millennial families in LA are making impossible choices. Do you want to live in a 2-bedroom apartment with limited space for your family? Or do you want to move into much more affordable areas but have about 2 hours commute to work every single day? and hope that someday the market gets better. Redfin's own 2026 forecast is calling today's current housing crisis a great housing reset, a slow, gradual recovery where income growth eventually starts to outpace home prices. And that could sound promising, but they're also predicting that adult children are moving back into their parents' home, and more millennials delaying having children because they simply can't afford a bigger space. And that's what I call a generation being told to wait their turn indefinitely. Okay, so let's bring this all back. Why does LA rank dead last for young families to buy a home? It's not just the prices, but the prices are genuinely insane. It's a 45-year tax law that gives older homeowners a financial reason to never sell. Is this hopeless? Not entirely. Affordability is slowly improving. Inventory is creeping up, and there are real conversations happening in Sacramento. So now if you're watching this, you might be thinking, okay, but is buying even possible for me right now? That's exactly what I'm here for. I offer free buyer's consultations, where we sit down and we look at the numbers and walk through exactly what you need to qualify for a mortgage. We'll also go over what the buying process looks like and whether right now is the right time for your situation. No pressure, no sales pitch, just real information from someone who knows the market inside out. Link to book is in the description. If you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below and let me know, are you a young family that's looking to buy in LA anytime soon? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.